on that.
Sure. Hello and welcome to the Rugby League Journeyman on the Thursday after Origin. New South Wales, they won again, 18-6. And for those of you tuning in to hear from the great man, Jimmy Maloney, some really good news. He's not here.
No. We have Kai.
We have Kai, but Kai's not allowed on camera unless, you are. I'm joking.
Don't speak unless spoken to.
And Jimmy, can we tell him why he's not
Yes,
here?
you go for it, Latsy.
He went on an all-nighter in Queensland last night and missed his flight. So
Is that fair income?
yeah, legit. Yeah, he's meant to be back early. I hear he's texting me now.
Okay, let's. So at some point we'll dial him in, but we will be analysing Origin with two great rugby league players who know how it works.
I played New South Wales residents. He played Queensland residents.
It's the same thing
Correct.
as Origin,
But reserve grade.
pretty much.
Yeah.
So let's get to this. Jeremy Latimore, the GOAT, Tobias, Rudolph. What animal do you associate with?
Yeah, shark, probably.
Wait, he's talking that he's going to come here.
No way.
All right, so Jimmy Maloney is on the way. He's
He's going to do Latimore off the bench.
He might come in for the last 20 minutes and we can get his opinion. So stay
That's the
tuned
least
for
he can do
that.
for us.
This is so exciting.
It is. It's very exciting.
Should we do the games first and then do the Origin after with
Well,
Jimmy?
let's do that. We'll do our show in reverse. So if you are here for Origin, just hit skip
Fast
like
forward.
15 times. And hopefully
Do you
Jimmy's
reckon
here.
we do that or not?
Yeah, we'll do it in reverse. Perfect. Let me say this though. Thanks to BetR, B-E-T-R. They are our sponsor. They've been on board for all year. They're doing a great job. Let me introduce. I've already introduced. Let's do
he's rattled.
Oh, he's scared.
This is what I mean. He's
Start the
rattled.
podcast again. Start the podcast again.
No, this
It's all
is
ruined.
great. They're
all ruined.
They love that you're authentic.
Yeah,
So
we don't want
Professor's-
the robot.
But he's not
We don't
great in
want
the
the robot.
afternoon. And I was bad last week. I was so jumpy everywhere. Now that I'm in the Arvo, I'm medicated. I'm sweet.
You reckon you
Yeah,
reckon,
my ADHD drugs hit king.
you reckon you... Sorry?
And my lisp isn't even bad today.
Oh, my God. Maloney's multi. Well, if Maloney shows up, it will be on the show. If it doesn't, Latsy, you've got
Jerry's
one?
taken over. I've just asked Rich for a price.
Terrific. And also a reminder, you can book us for a live show. I believe there is one that might be happening in Mudgee.
Yeah, I just got a call, literally, but
it's-
I brushed it so we could do this pod.
And it's you and I, but he only wants you on stage. Is that correct?
We do need to confirm what's going on. I don't
happy
know
to
if they
sit
think
down
you're
at the
a
bar.
different James. I don't know if they think you're James Graham or what it is. But
Maybe. It might be that.
Yeah, we'll see.
At Rugby League Journeyman, that's where you can find us. That's on all socials. Reminder, like and subscribe. Leave a review. Jimmy's jokes, that'll be in here. Jimmy's first joke is he didn't
I've got a
fucking
doozy
show
as
up.
well.
I've got a couple of beauties. Can we just do it without him, Jimmy?
I've
We'll
got a-
leave all
yeah.
that out. We'll do all that. We'll do all this without him, and then he just is the Origin king.
Okay, perfect. Then the positive place. Best thing about Origin 1, we get into Origin there. We might reverse that and leave that for the end when Jimmy's here. Big Ballsy Statements is Origin, so let's do that with Jimmy. Toby's segment, What If? We do it at the top. Do we need him here?
No.
Not really, no.
Terrific. Round 13 preview, we'll do that at the top without him. Kai, you might have to have an opinion on Jimmy's games because I've assigned him some.
Yeah.
You are allowed to talk, Kai.
I know you are. Latsy's awesome statsy. Latsy's come in hot. He's bullying all of us, so there's no doubt that he's got some. He must have something in his pistol there, or
Wow, bro.
there'll be no reason otherwise. Malone, what else? Clickbate Collectors. There's a bit of news kicking about.
Always there.
Well, it's
love
probably
news.
old by now.
Yeah.
Then the Kai segment. Kai's got a doozy today. So proud of you.
You're back. You're back, Professor.
I'm back from where? I'm
no,
going to kill
From being
you.
bullied.
Mate, this is why you were at 5 clubs. They fucking moved you
Bro,
on.
Five
Jimmy
networks.
was yeah,
Five
networking
networks.
king.
2 networks. Oh, if you count radio, fine. Okay, finish with Jimmy's Rumour or Trumour if he's not here. Can you come up with one for us?
Definitely.
Can you do that or will you get in trouble off the club?
I won't come up with one. I'll just get someone's information from somewhere.
Of course.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
I actually had an inbox from this guy to rename Jimmy's segment to full legit or are you full of shit?
That's not bad.
That's not bad.
Yeah, I
Shout
like
out
that.
Jazz. Street Pole Mac. What's up?
You're back, mate. You're back.
You did it. You did it. Man of the match.
Oh.
James Latimore. You're not an Arvo guy.
Jimmy's jokes.
Oh, sorry.
Why would
He's-
you-
Then we got a dog.
And the dog's back. Louis,
Yeah.
who I apologise last week. Louis, I was calling you Lewis. I sent you a text, but you didn't respond. So, Jimmy's jokes. Who's up first here, boys? Let's go. Make sure they're good because we like to judge if they're not. I'm looking at you, Latsy. Let's go.
Do you want me to read mine? while
You go.
read
No, you go
yours?
first. You go first. I'm just trying to find because I had some people send me some good jokes.
What do police stations have in common with glory holes?
I'm not sure.
They both rely on anonymous tips.
That's not bad.
Not bad?
Mate, that's very good.
Thank you.
That's outstanding.
What do you got, Prof?
Let me give it to you here. I don't have a personal, but people actually sent some in. Why do Lebanese people go to school?
To bully?
To bully. Perfect timing.
Talazzi, they call it. Talazzi.
What do you call a Portuguese bloke who can't find his car?
Carlos.
Perfect. What do you
Well,
call
Spanish.
a Mexican who can't find his car?
Carlos as well.
Mexicano.
I like that.
Jimmy,
Not bad, yeah, not bad.
Let's see,
Matty
finish it.
Muir. Hey, Jerry, got a joke for you to share with the boys on the pod. What do you do if a bird shits on your windscreen? You don't take her out again.
Because bird is like
I
back in the
get
day
it.
we used to call birds.
Greg and Jack.
that's
And then
women as
actually,
well.
I got another one.
Just got to.
Cheers,
Mate, the segment's over.
No.
Okay,
I'm the
put it
gift
up
that
again.
keeps on giving.
Okay.
If it sucks, we can call you out on it.
Yeah. A man is walking along and finds a tennis ball and he puts it in his pocket. When he gets to the crossing, the blonde lady next to him sees the bulge in his pants, points and says, "What's that?" He says, "A tennis ball." She replies, "That must be painful. I had a tennis elbow once."
It's not bad. I've actually got golfer's elbow at the moment, so it's topical. I'm seeing a
Classic Lassie.
physiotherapist.
That and Tabooling.
Classic Lassie.
Tabooling.
Okay. Oh God, I just want to talk Origin, but it's like don't talk about it. No,
No
just
naughty.
wait till the superstar.
You know what? It's like you leave the best parts for later.
Okay, so I reckon it's about 13 skips now.
Yeah.
Skip.
James is our dessert.
He's going to come in, the voice is going to be rusty as, his head's going to look like he's 70. That concrete moisturiser has been getting the
Concrete. Your words today are just so eloquent. I'm loving hearing you speak.
Toby, why don't you give us a what if while we wait? Have you got something a bit quirky?
You know what's
for us?
funny? Not overly quirky. It's origin related, which is kind of naughty.
No, it's all good. Go for it.
What if this is? I know we played one game and getting ahead of ourselves, but obviously, what if is a time of going into another universe where something crazy might happen, and this is in this case. What if the Blues win the next 8 in a row? What if?
Oh, that's good.
Well, did you see off that GI one last week? The Queenslanders didn't like it.
Queens Wanders.
I did actually say that wrong.
Are you certain you're not an evening guy? Because you keep saying you're an afternoon guy.
Are you coming at me? Are you coming at me? Are you tabooling me?
I am.
No, so the Queenslanders,
Yes.
they have been coming for that GI post about him being born in New South Wales. So
Okay.
I think,
course
Toby's
it's
looking
the-
to stir a little bit of controversy up here.
Controversy.
Okay, good. Yeah, so are you saying it almost as, will we stop referring to that Queensland dynasty as much and it will
Yeah.
become almost, we speak of both?
Yeah, well, I reckon if let's say it happens, right? Let's say we win 9. Let's say we beat their streak because they did win 8 in a row, didn't they?
8 and then 1 and then 5. Is that right? 13? 12 out of 13 they won?
Is that what they did?
Something like that.
Yeah, so 2014
When
we
Hocko
jagged
and
one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, regardless, let's just say we win 9 in a row, regardless if it's 12 or 13 or whatever it is, but we win 9 in a row. We beat their record. Is Queensland looked upon, or Origin looked upon it differently as a whole? Right now, Queensland sort of, I don't know, although they play on the underdog status, they always seem to be like heavy favourites. And last night was the first time I actually found that I was confident going into a game in Suncorp with the Blues. So I wonder if is this the shifting of the guard? Changing of the guard. Yeah,
Maybe. I feel like there is the players in key positions. We were chatting about this on the way in. Like Moses and Cleary still have a fair bit of footy in front of them.
Yep.
Even young Reece Robson at dummy half. Dills looks old, but we worked out he's only 29.
Yeah.
Then you got Critter's only 24. Latrell. So maybe it's our time to shine. And they did look flat last night.
Let me ask you, can I do a what if off the back of your
I
what
would
if?
love you. I've been waiting for this moment for my whole life.
Thank you. What if both sides are 100% full strength last night?
Who are they missing? Like, what's going on? Like, who are they missing?
Gilbert.
Yeah.
Gilbert.
You did them all last week.
Yeah, Gilbert, Murray Tuolungi.
Yeah.
Tom
Blues still
Dwovich.
Reece Walsh.
Blues still win.
Yeah, no, we still win comfortably. I don't think there's anyone who's having that big an influence on the football result. Because you got your halves. Benny Hunt maybe off the bench, but he's same age.
Benny Hunt's he's
same
Origin.
age as DCE now, and I feel like Harry overplayed it last night. He was giving penalties away. He's doing dumb stuff.
Oh, mate, no Origin yet. Jimmy's not here.
Oh, yeah,
Whoa,
gotcha.
too much.
Wow, you're really coming for me. To bully.
Round 13, let's preview this week's games.
Yep.
I have assigned them. I'd be mate. Jimmy's got 3, Kai. Are you ready for this?
Yeah, I'm ready for it.
Okay.
Louis, bring that ball here.
Dragons, they will take on the Knights.
I want to understand why you didn't assign me this game because I work for the Dragons, and that's not,
Well, it's the same reason I've stopped giving Toby Sharks games because I feel like you just say the same thing every week, which is Dragons will win, Sharks will win. They're awesome.
So fair.
Yeah, so I've tried to take you guys away from that.
okay.
If that's okay, I can.
Yeah, I love that.
Okay, so I've gone for Toby Dragons v Knights preview. What do you got?
What time? What day? Thursday, 7:50?
Friday, 8
Friday.
p.m.
8 p.m.
Friday, 8 p.m. Oh, probably, I don't know, maybe go out in the town and talk to some Sheilas and, I don't know, some blokes, bit of a floaty boat. And then maybe watch the highlights at the end of the day.
Okay.
That's probably a game for that, I reckon. Everyone else agree, or is it just me?
Mate,
It's just me?
if I wasn't working at the game at that time, I'd be with you, Tobias.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so your preview of Dragons versus Knights is
Yeah.
that you're going to go out.
Well, no, I've got a moon boot on, so I can't be doing that.
Okay.
I'll
Can't be doing that.
can't be doing that. No, I'll probably sit at home and have
I
a
don't.
nice steak dinner.
I'm not so much concerned.
Another football game.
I'm not so much concerned
Okay.
with what you're doing.
Where is the game being played?
Jubilee.
Jubilee.
Colga.
Mate, you're going
Congo.
above and beyond with your pre-game research.
I have been massively lately,
You've
yeah.
been pretty good lately.
I haven't lately. This is a short slip up. So, I see the Dragons getting done at home. I think Knights have been, honestly, in every game I've seen this year, pretty poor. They beat someone good recently, didn't they?
Panthers last weekend.
They beat the Panthers last weekend. A very depleted Panthers side. Jeremy's been told to get his legs out of the shot. Yeah, look, I think Knights have a bit of confidence coming off that game, especially, obviously they were a depleted side, no Origin stars in the Panthers side, but to get a win against the Panthers at any time of the year is going to be a bit of a boost.
Did anyone watch the game?
Their game, I watched that game, yeah.
I watched
Fletcher Sharp.
Yeah,
He's in
a superstar,
fantastic
bro.
form.
He's a superstar.
I really rate him.
Yeah.
I think they play better without Ponga. I feel like they're too heavy relying on Ponga when he plays in that football team. And without him there last week,
Who is Ponga?
Callum Ponga.
Oh, Pongus.
Proboscis.
Callum Bongas.
Sorry, Pongus.
Bongas.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, he's so dominant. He's just a natural rugby league player. I reckon you're going to see people like him. So he could end up being the fullback in a few years for the Origin team because I'm sure he's Newcastle born and bred. Dylan Lucas, he was fantastic last
3
week.
tries, 4
Yeah.
in the game.
Nearly
played
had
the first
4,
time.
yeah.
He had 4.
So
Even the other Fletcher on the wing, the Fletcher Sharp
Hunt, I like his hairdresser.
He was unreal under the high ball. He never drop on it. He was
Yeah.
save his houses and impressed me very early in his career.
Yeah.
Is that good?
Perfect. So who are you going for?
The Dragons and Jubilee.
Wonderful. And
Obviously, I'm a heavy Dragons guy, but they've only won one of their last 4 at Net Charter.
It was against Melbourne, the last one.
It was too. I'm going to go the Dragons.
same thing every week. Kai, you're allowed to have an opinion here.
Yeah, I'm going to go Knights.
Okay. Why?
Why, Kai?
I just don't
He
get
just
the
saw
same as
someone.
Jerry.
He saw someone tip him on Instagram.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's fine.
No, I liked it.
But do you have any reason for going the Knights? Big win over the Panthers.
I just don't want Dragons to win. Sorry, Latsy.
Okay. Titans Storm, I've got Jimmy down for that. Titans Storm, Kai.
Storm 13 plus. Titans. Fuck yeah, there's not much. Melbourne 13
All right,
plus.
kind of a bit of energy. How flat's Kai? Now you rubbed off on him.
It's the
The energy
Titans.
on this side is unreal. Over here, he uses the Latimores.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Titans Storm, Jerry.
Mate, well,
Give me some.
So the
Latsy
Origin boys have
figurines.
all been named. So we do a bit of a recap, Kai. I know you've been watching long enough now, and I thought you knew this.
I won't go to Kai again. That's
No.
okay.
Yeah, that was awful.
Titans have the worst defense in the NRL. They've allowed 31. Oh no, honestly, I'll charge you into the wall if you ever speak like that again on this podcast, and we'll pull the mic down so it looks like he's in the distance.
Yeah, nice. I get that.
I am not sold on Melbourne though. They obviously lost to Cronulla the other week, who then went to and lost to the Roosters.
Oh, what losers.
Wow, full strength too. But anyway,
No,
I
really.
don't know. I just feel like
What are you guys laughing at?
I don't know.
You started laughing. You started laughing.
I laughed because you said full strength, and then you just went, no, Rudolph. So I found that funny.
I could see your whole face.
Because I found that funny. I was just going. I was trying to maintain.
Yeah.
And then I heard him under his breath, sack the coach.
Yeah. Bold predictions are coming
Still
up later.
going for
Hold up.
Fitzy.
Hold up. Bold predictions.
But to contrary that, I'm going Melbourne Storms because they've beat Titans 10 of the last 11 games.
Yeah.
Okay, to contrary that, you're the Melbourne Storms.
I'm adding S's for fun now.
I genuinely think that head knocks doesn't.
Where's the game being played? Sorry.
Goldie.
Goldie.
Yeah.
This is it. Rudolph's tip for the week. Rudolph's upset. Titans against the Melbourne Storms.
Oh!
Call it a upset.
Desi's going to be under some cherry arca soon because they are not performing. They let Holbrook go. They've brought Desi in and they're doing absolutely nothing on paper. But then they've got Foran in the 14, which I don't understand, and they've got Campbell and Brimson in the halves, which I don't like. Again, Des, my opinion, don't mean shit, but Kieran Foran needs to be starting in that in the halves. He at least plays direct and moves them around. Them other two are just great footballers, but
So you're dropping,
direction.
You're dropping Campbell.
I'll drop one of them. I'll move it around
So
and
who's
make it work.
fullback?
Jalen de Groot. Yeah. And he's only a kid.
Yeah.
I can't see him winning with that team, but
I do.
yeah.
Terrific.
Yep.
Cowboys, Tigers, I'm coming to you, Latsy.
Yeah, my Latsy Statsy, the last 2 games have been over 70 points. So as part of Maloney's Moldy, I'm Maloney this week. I'm going overs on the points. Do you want me to concrete me face so I look older?
You're doing all right.
Okay. Yeah. And anyway, Jimmy Maloney. But yeah, that's my Statsy. I've got Galvin, big news. You probably come in your news articles later.
No, but we can do it now if you want.
Yeah, Galvin going to the Bulldogs. Where's the scoop, mate?
Are you sure?
Hey, you're bringing absolutely no chat today. You at least could have brought us a scoop last week.
No, nothing signed.
So Galvin's not 100% in.
Well, nothing signed. No, I don't know.
Gus
This is exactly what Ciro said to me the other day and played it down. Then it come out an hour later.
Whatever's in the news is all I know.
What do you guys talk about at home?
Not footy.
Yeah, right. Well, like what?
Well, actually, I had a great chat
actually,
with him there, but I
no.
can't bring
Excuse
it
me,
up on
I'm
the
talking to
phone.
Kai.
Sorry, I'm
No,
laughing.
I
to
was
myself.
talking to him. I was like, maybe you should. I know since you missed out on Vegas,
Yeah,
Bulldogs going to Vegas next year.
they are.
Maybe you should get Toby over there.
So you said that
Oh,
to
So I
him.
was, I was like,
Oh.
maybe.
Yeah. So you said
Couple
that to him
front rows.
after you said you don't talk about footy at the table.
Yeah, well, that's like it's different.
Did he say his New
It's
South Wales
podcast,
Cup quota is full?
related. So what?
Did he say his New South Wales Cup prop rotation's full or not?
Oh, zing,
Jeez.
zinger.
JKS joke.
Oh, just ruffle.
Mate, you are the definition of rocks or diamonds. You are. Jesus.
You're kind of a walking,
Christ.
talking knock on at this point.
Wow.
Jeremy Duffy.
Oh, mate, that's
He's your
uncalled
friend.
for.
He's your mate.
Who?
Duffy.
Matt Duffy.
No, there's another Matt Duffy.
Okay.
He's your
Wow.
mate too. He's your mate too.
Sorry, did we pick a team then? This is going to go forever.
Cowboys.
Okay, Cowboys,
Who are they playing?
West Tigers.
Well, no, you know what? If the Tigers do what they did that time against us, they should be right. So the Tigers.
Okay, terrific. Seagulls, Broncos. I've got you down here, Toby.
Thank God you do. So let's see. Who are the origin players backing up? We got
No turbo for me.
no Turbo for Manly.
Yeah,
was
Turbo's out.
Who have they
Yeah,
named
right.
at fullback?
Hopewadi.
Who?
Hopewadi.
Hopewadi. And Broncos have not played at 4 points since 2014.
That's a very interesting fact.
Yeah.
Very interesting fact.
I didn't find that out of Middleton. I did my own research.
Well done.
Good for you, sir.
Who's going to win?
Yeah, back to my question. So, well, you got Payne Haas backing up. You got who else from the Paddy Carrigan backing up?
Well, I don't reckon Payne will because he carried an injury into the game. I think they'd be stupid to push him through that.
Will DCE play?
I reckon Madge will want to
named.
save him for Origin too.
Yeah, true, yeah.
It's named.
I reckon-
DCA's named.
Yeah, Cherry. Cherry will have a big game.
Jesse
Yeah.
Arthurs is playing fullback.
He is Cobbo on the
Wow,
wing. But I
okay.
think Walsh is still trying to come back. He was on the extended bench, wasn't he?
And you're picking who?
Walsh is not on the bench. Like
Right,
You
yeah,
were
look,
off today, bro.
Is he coming soon, Jimmy? I've got to coach my son's soccer team, well, assistant coach.
Yeah, but
so I'm going
regardless
to put
of
the
that-
cones out.
You're looking at your watch, asking if Jimmy is coming mid my answer of who's going to win. Do you really want me on this podcast? Like,
Hey,
Toby,
Louis
if
fell
you
asleep.
weren't
Louis
here-
falling asleep.
Louis fell asleep.
If you weren't here, I wouldn't be here.
Yeah,
I'm going to
okay.
be honest with you.
Yeah.
Shining
Even
light.
Tommy's giving
I
me
agree
funny
with
looks.
yeah.
Tommy's out.
I'm trying
Great
my
man.
best. Everyone keeps talking.
Sorry.
It's all right. No, I like it. It's point of a podcast, we all just sit down, we talk, we discuss items. Okay, so I think that the Manly Sea Eagles will win.
Yes.
Hosting the Broncos for the first time in 10 years. And both teams are backing up players from Origin, but Broncos have been sort of in the news for the wrong reasons lately. And with Origin compounded on that, I see Manly getting it done at home.
Mainly outsiders as well.
There you go.
Yeah, I don't get that. Broncos have not been convincing. So I'm actually going to go the Sea Eagles on the overs. Yeah. What about you, James?
I'm going to go the Seagulls.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. You support them.
I do.
Yeah.
Rabbitohs versus the Warriors.
Oh,
I've got Jimmy written down here. Latsy or Toby.
yeah. So, what have I
Better
got?
be good odds, I'm good.
Yeah, no. We didn't even know who the other teams were playing, so I had to jump in to save you.
I was about to start.
Mate, he's the
We're still going.
Anyway.
We're on the clock. We're on
Rabbits
the
have won 2 in a row. They're going all right under
clock. Oh, thank God you're not in for that. Scoop.
And they've won 8 of their last 9 v the Warriors. So, obviously, Warriors have won 4 or 5 in Australia this year. I just think, 5 or 6, so let's just that too.
I think I've got one for. I think they haven't lost in New South Wales this year.
Wow.
When did they lose? Was that a Suncorp the other week? No, they didn't.
No. And Melbourne? Queensland?
Oh, help you. They love New South. Get
love New South
Get
Wales,
down to
mate.
Coogee, get down the pub after it.
Yeah.
I'm going to go the Warriors.
Okay, there you go. I'm going to go the Warriors as well, coming second at the moment. Oh, maybe third now after
I think
going
they're
down to
third.
Canberra.
The Raiders are second.
Regardless, been quite achievers all year. Didn't realise I was doing that well on the ladder. And South's a bit inconsistent, so give up to the Warriors.
Wonderful. Panthers, Eels. Sorry, mate. Did you have something on that?
Nah,
Terrific.
all good.
Panthers,
Don't worry
Eels.
about it.
I could see his lips moving, but I didn't hear anything come out.
Nah.
He went,
Yeah, your lips move too much.
oi! Hey,
Latsy.
pause.
Panthers, Eels.
Mate, look, it's Penrith home game at Parramatta's home stadium.
Crazy.
Yep. And Jerry's research, Para have won 3 of their last 5 against Penrith. Penrith are coming last.
Penrith are.
And Panthers haven't won a Bankwest this year. I'm going to go Panthers. No, Joe, I'm going Para.
Penrith are coming last in the...
They're last, bro.
No,
they lost the Knights last week.
They did lose to the Knights. That's not
I'm going to
fun.
break you there.
I just love that you've done this heavy research and all you've done is look at the bottom of the ladder. Sorry, mate. Panthers, Eels.
I'm going to go the Eels. I reckon they're on the up.
Yeah, they are, man.
Jack Williams has been playing absolutely sensationally for them. Moses, different side with them in the side, different side with him in the side. Sorry, is he back?
Yeah, he'll back
He's
up.
named.
Yeah.
I'm going to go the Eels.
Terrific.
Mate,
Very good.
just Jason Riles. He's doing a great job there, isn't he? There was a lot of people doubting him early when they didn't have Mitchell in the halves and Dillard signed that big contract. Brownie, that is to you guys.
Panthers
that
are coming dead last. That's
I know.
crazy.
Wild, eh?
Yeah. Sorry, I just wanted to.
I don't know. I reckon he's going to be really good for them. They just look like they're playing with a lot of spirit.
Spirit.
Love it. Roosters, Raiders. This is the last one. This is Sunday, 6:15 p.m. That's
That's a
actually a
mate.
bloody good
That's
game.
a good game. 2019 grand final rematch.
Jimmy, I've got you. Oh, he's not here. Latsy, give us your stats, Latsy.
Mate, the betting line is Raiders are $1.90 and Roosters $1.44. It's very tight. Do you feel like I feel like Roosters won't back up their performance last week? I think Raiders are too
Who
good.
is back in for the Roosters? Connor Watson.
Trial.
Watson,
Brighton.
Spencer, Lindsay Collins.
Yeah, they've got a lot of
a few. It's a good team. Like looking at both teams on paper, they're very strong teams. But Roosters are still building that consistency in their football game, and with the young kids there, I don't think they'll be able to back up that performance against the top of the table Sharks without Toby.
Who'd you say was $1.44?
Huh? No, no one's $1.44. I said $1.94.
I'm gonna go I'm gonna go with the mighty Raiders. They've been in form lately. Beat the Warriors over in New Zealand last week. Only affected by Hudson Young, I believe, as well. Roosters got 4 more guys coming in. Pretty interesting the last 2 games. Like you kind of got 2 Origin showdowns. You got Young versus Crichton, and you got who was it? Cleary versus Moses as well. So, bit interesting, sort of same, what's the saying? Same.
Twice beaten, one shy.
Not one bit, no.
Is it-
mate versus mate, state versus state.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I was way off.
Oh, there you go. So was
Is it
I.
state versus state, mate versus mate?
What did I say,
don't
mate?
know.
What
You
did I say?
said that
No,
way,
it's the
right?
same. Yeah, I get what you said.
Well, mates.
Very good. That was the preview.
We're in the
Great
state
work,
right now.
guys. Just a
Mate,
reminder.
you honestly, where do you want to be? I don't think it's here, eh?
What? I just said it was great.
Do you want me to put Louis in your lap? Make you feel better.
You know, if you keep
Sound
saying it,
actually-
it's going to become true. I'm not going to want to be here.
Look,
You want to be here.
I
though.
don't want
You're
you
Right
looking
now I
at
do,
me.
but the more you say it, the more I'm thinking, these guys are right.
you keep looking at me. I don't want you looking at me. I haven't done anything.
he's
No,
cro-
I'm
he's
looking at
cross-eyed.
you
He's
because
actually
I'm
looking
like,
at
can
me.
you help me with this
Help me
bloke?
this way? Okay, yeah, I'll try.
Oh, Jimmy, I'll stop for you. I love you.
Clickbait Collectors.
Oh, sure.
We've already done Galvin of the Dogs, which you said he's pretty much signed.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
wasn't
he
it?
is.
Yeah.
What about Gus Gould is getting torn to shreds? Have you seen that?
Yeah.
Because he's come out on his show on a Monday with Gow saying that we've got no interest in Galvin, all this stuff, and then obviously
That was a
it's
couple of
looking
weeks
likely
ago,
he's
yeah.
come there, and old Phil Rothfield is having a crack at him about his integrity and misleading fans.
Phil
and-
Rothfield having a crack at someone.
Yeah, yeah.
No way.
First for
Sure.
everything, mate.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, so it's going to be interesting to see how all that plays out. And do you think Gus could get people offside with that?
I don't think Gus cares.
He does know.
No.
he wouldn't
That's
get
why
one
it's funny
this year.
because they said last year we got no interest on Leo Thompson, Tilly Tupanua.
Yeah.
But you always throw out your job as a CEO to throw off. You don't want to
Yeah.
ever tell anyone what you're doing. Like what? When has any CEO ever been like when there's been whispers of something going on? Oh yeah, we have signed him.
No, but it's like, oh no, he's not a bad player. Like,
Yeah, but
They're
They're
just-
silly for asking him because what answer do
Exactly.
they think that he's going to give?
he wasn't
the
asked
actual-
that on his show. He just said it.
Oh, no one asked him about dogs. I'm pretty sure they did.
I'm pretty sure.
As
they
in a
would
couple
I
of
think
weeks
he did one on
ago,
there and said,
Didn't
I've
Gal
got
go
schools.
after him?
and Gal did, yeah.
Nah, I remember you guys were wrong and I'm right. That's right.
I'm
Wait,
just tossing up. I said, Chamis, is he on the show? I don't know.
Jeans, green socks, white shoes. Don't mind it.
Thank you, mate.
That's right.
See you, Kai.
Leave him alone.
Baseball jumper. Your outfit's amazing.
You are quite stylish.
You're
The private
stylish,
school
yeah.
thing's
Thank you,
working
mate. Can
for
you tell him?
Oh, he
You
didn't
didn't
like
like
it.
it?
No.
You're a fashionista too.
Yeah, but look at
I'm
how
not
he's
even wearing
dressed.
a hat.
You
He's not
He's
even
like
wearing
He's
a
getting
hat.
brought back the Carl Barron jeans and joggers.
Yeah.
Nothing on the left.
Yeah.
You know, it's
doesn't
weird because I
work.
put them on in the morning. I look in the mirror and I'm like, "Phew, you look good." And then the first thing when I see you, Kai, you go, "What are you wearing?"
What does Mrs. say? Oh, what an outfit. Oh.
I'm going to introduce it to you. Actually, no, I won't.
You look better than the
Oh, you know, you do not bring.
No, 'cause she doesn't.
Imagine her meeting me.
Oh, but in all honesty, she doesn't know I do this show because I'm so embarrassed.
You look better in your birthday suit,
Like, remember I had my own show and then
God, you know what?
Rugby League Journeyman. That's where if you had to go beneath. I'm kidding.
You know what's funny about that? Like, I remember watching, like, growing up watching you on the Matty John show and stuff.
Growing
thinking,
up?
Yeah, I was like 14,
I,
15.
no, I grew up watching your manager.
Brother,
That makes sense. You're like 12.
How old were you when you first started? What year was that? 2014?
On their show?
Yeah.
Yeah, 2014.
I was a 17-year-old guy, 18-year-old kid. Like, I was a kid then.
I
Do
started
you know what I
in high
love?
school.
There's some bloke that puts my clips up all the time and they and everybody writes peak of Matty Johns, bring him back.
Yeah. I know what
No chat for James.
No. But to my point, I grew up watching that, and then to see how far you've fallen, and you've arrived with me here. Like, this is
Now,
crazy.
now we're rising. No, James. Now we're rising together.
Mate,
Yeah.
no, you and I are in free fall together.
Yeah, we are. Like, holding hands.
Yeah, at some point.
I'm free.
And you know what you are? You are.
falling.
You're a giant pile of bricks on our back.
Oh, bro, that's the best thing you've done today. This is awesome.
Here's some big news. Hazelton, 3 months out due to a
That
collarbone.
happened.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
the
real.
voodoo doll.
I'm back on the side, get out.
So,
Yeah, mate.
Don't say Fitzy.
We went down to Melbourne to get second opinion from a surgeon down there, some really big shoulder injury guy. And after looking at his scans, he just sort of said, "Oh, get ready for surgery." The last guy in Sydney didn't want to do the surgery. Apparently, it's a very risky area. It's
But what, in terms of what?
So it's not your AC, it's your SC joint, so it's your collarbone, right? And apparently there's a massive artery that runs under there, so surgeons don't like generally doing the surgery. So this guy in Melbourne that they saw was like the big guy of shoulders, and he sort of put his hand up to do the surgery, saying that he was pretty busted, and his plan was very loose from the Sydney guy. I don't know who it was, and it just sort of wasn't giving much clarity as to when we were going to have him back, and he was just going to meant to be in a sling for 6 weeks and reassess. They wanted a more aggressive obviously treatment plan, and he got surgery 2 days ago, and he's out for 12 weeks. So that'll put him back right in the mix for the last round finals. We'll need him for then, and you know he's in good spirits. I've spoken to him sort of the last couple of days.
How old is Tommy?
How old is he?
Yeah.
I think he's like 40.
Yeah.
mate, they play longer than they used to these days. don't they?
No, he's 26 or 5.
What
26,
about
I
in the
reckon.
commentary last night? Like Cameron Smith, 42 Origin.
I kept saying that. I
is
kept saying
wild.
that. Yeah. That's half my career.
I know, and sometimes I feel with that commentary that they don't really listen to Cameron Smith.
No, what do you mean? It's not one-sided at all.
One eye.
Go Queensland.
Let's do this. The other chat is that Mal might leave the Aussie job for the Perth Bears job, although I did hear Mal on radio on the way in, and he said he's not going to do that. So let's just delete that.
Did he actually say that on the way?
Oh, he said he's talking to them. It's a possibility, but at this stage, it's all up in the air. That was Clickbate Collectors, great segment.
Is that it? Do you have any more news? I thought it was more.
No, I just want to talk Origin, but this bloke just won't show up. So, all right, well, the hunt for Jimmy Maloney continues. And all you big Jimmy Maloney fans, just wait. He'll be here.
High impact off the bench.
He will be,
Massively
yeah. This will be
so.
amazing. But I think we do need to get to the Origin chat.
Yeah, let's go.
And bring him in. So I wanted to do for positive place. The best thing about that Origin one, we're obviously all Blues fans in here, but give me some reason why that Origin was so good. Let's start with you, Jerry.
I will go the winning Queensland again. I was lucky enough to be up there last year when they won the decider, and then to go back and win up there again. It's not something we've done a lot of over the last 20 years. So to go up there and get the job done, happy days.
For myself, I think the best part was what I said earlier. I think it was the first time I'd go into an Origin 1 in Queensland amongst the rest of it and been confident in the fact that the Blues would win. I think especially in my sort of lifetime, there was a big 8-year dominance or 12 out of 13, we said before. So to actually have a bit of, bit of a strut in my step, like going into this game was a nice feeling. And, I feel like I've never been more confident about a series win, and I might be speaking a bit too early, but this is just sort of, this is how I feel, and you want to be positive, and I'm being positive. So there you go. Show up your ass, you bitch.
Do you actually have a strut in your step? Because we're favourites. Look at me. We're the favourites.
Yeah, what's the strut about, Toby? Oh, we're favourites. Makes sense.
I'm
Can I
envision
do?
him.
My positive thing is that we made Queensland not we. I wasn't playing. The New South Wales side made Queensland not behave like Queenslanders.
Yeah.
And I'm sure everybody's commenting on this how they didn't kick it to Spencer Lenu's side. They've given it to him all week. He's enemy number one, and you saw when Spencer realised it, he was like, "What?" They didn't.
Yeah.
So
He was like filthy too,
He wanted it.
Yeah.
He wanted it, man. He loved the conversation.
go back 10 years ago. What you think they wouldn't have been kicking
No
up a
way.
gal
Not
or
a
whoever it
chance.
was straight down his throat? So
Whose decision would that be? Would that was Ponga's, or would that be the forward? Oh shit! Don't kick it at Spencer. Thursto, kick it to Spencer.
Cherry Evans was kicking off, wasn't he?
Oh, way to correct me. It doesn't matter. It's
No,
just
well, like,
figure of
'cause
speech.
if he's kicking off, then I'll kind of kick to his side.
You reckon that's what it
Kai
is?
might have cracked the code here.
Well, I'm not.
why? Because he's right.
Because he's
footed.
defensively,
no,
there'd be short a number.
Yeah.
Oh, I know footy. So let's go. That's
Sorry,
my
just on a light thing before we jump into the nitty gritty. Did anyone see the cross to Sam Friday? The guy was
No.
on live TV.
No, that's fantastic.
Mate, the
Highbrow
blokes
humour
just
on
wanted
there.
on social media about it.
What was he doing?
like a pepper grinder.
Yeah,
he was
like-
grinding the
yeah.
pepper.
I got the salt.
That's fantastic.
Phenomenal.
Big ballsy statements out of Origin 1. Give me something to lead into Origin 2. I'll go to you first now, Toby. Thank you, mate.
You know what it is.
Boom, boom.
Craig Fitzgibbon. You're out here, baby. See you later, bro. Been a good 3 years. Laters. Chopping block, baby. You ain't here no more. Moving on.
Okay.
I thought you were going to say Fitzy for Origin coach. You just asked me something Origin, didn't you?
I did. Doesn't matter. Fitzy gone. Yep. You're big out of.
Off the back of that, Fitzy to be Blues coach in 2026.
Okay.
Nah,
Take it to
and
me.
Blues 3-0 this year, and Laurie will get sacked. And then Fitzy's in next year.
Okay. Man, I wish Jimmy was here. Okay.
What do you got? Us Silent Fred, what do you got for us?
You got something,
yeah.
boss?
Can you mime something? Can you mime something?
Ballsy.
Yeah, silent, you silent fuck.
Mouth hurting.
It's okay, just relax. Take that breath.
Oh, that's what.
I'll come back to you.
Oi,
3-0.
zero back off the bench.
I'm
Let's
zero.
say,
I'm
oh,
gonna
come
say-
on, man.
I'm going to say
Real?
3-zip.
That's your big boldy
Yeah, in a
statement.
canter as well. Like, it's been a long time. I was thinking I'll say this. I was kind of hoping Queensland would score at the end to tighten up the scoreline and make it more interesting at the end.
I was saying this to Jeremy on the way here that it was actually the first time I didn't want that to happen. I was actually thoroughly enjoying watching Queensland at home.
Sucked.
And you weren't worried about,
Yeah, they were offering absolutely nothing.
Yeah, they were really poor, man.
Oh, some odd, decisions that players that never make decisions like that. Like
what about Harry's kick early to the
Yeah.
sideline? What was that?
Yeah, but even Harry's foot in the ruck.
Yeah, that was
It
so
was
obvious.
I know. Cherry just lying all over the back of the ruck.
Heaps of it, yeah.
Very things they don't normally do. So
But and that was. Are we going to the origin?
Yeah, we are. Let's do
Ballsy
this.
Statement?
Yep.
Jump in, mate. And Jimmy has spoken about it on the podcast in the last couple of weeks about Origin's the best because the referees put the whistle in the back pocket, but they blew the pee out of it.
15.
There was 3 penalties in the first 5 minutes and then 15 across the whole game. Like that.
But also the
And
six
it'd have ruined
agains.
it.
I think in Origin they should piss the six agains off.
Yeah.
There was heaps of it, man.
Yeah.
But I've seen some comments from Gus and Freddie, I think, saying it was just like a good club game. And it was a dour, like it wasn't dour, like it was still good because we're winning. It was Queensland. If we were losing, it would have been dour for us.
Yeah.
Well, something Brandy pointed out this morning.
Yeah.
He and I caught up for breakfast. Was we used to. Anyway, was that when was the last time you saw an Origin where the receiving team made it over halfway in the first set of 6?
Yeah, that's
Never.
yeah.
Who was that?
You're right.
New South Wales.
Did they?
Over halfway.
Yep.
Which
Oh, it was a great set, actually,
Yeah,
wasn't it? Yeah,
which the-
Lomax was like bouncing off him.
And they were saying, like, normally you don't get past your 10, maybe your
Yeah.
20 if you're lucky.
Yeah.
So whether it's the Queensland, you
Or
know,
the ref had him back 12.
maybe.
We'll go back and watch that footage.
We will.
Yeah.
Back to you next week with an answer.
Yeah.
Defined.
All right, very good. So let's I guess.
Well, wait, sorry. Freddie.
No,
Do
he's
you have anything
actually
to add,
biting at the
or-
bit to come out with his mad
Let's hear your
ballsy
ballsy
statement.
statement, Kai.
Big Ballsy statement is Toby to play Game 3 State of Origin.
Oh, wow.
Toby Sexton.
Is anyone getting sacked or is that it?
No,
Sexton.
Oh, wow.
Gus will
Toby's
deny
Game 3 and Payne Haas out. Don't
There you go. Love that.
Yeah.
Is Haas injured or is
No,
Toby just way better
out
than
of form.
out of
Yeah, he's
form.
out of form.
Mate, he's unbelievable.
He wasn't, he didn't.
Honestly.
It was good.
Oh, that's a good chat. Did he deserve man of the match last night?
Who got it?
Honestly.
Payne Haas.
Oh, he got, yeah, he deserved it.
Whether it was him, Lomax, I think Nave,
I'll give it to Payne.
Brian, Payne. There's so
Everyone-
many of
the
them
whole
boys
team
could have
was
got
good,
it. Yeah.
wasn't it?
Nathan Cleary.
Yeah.
The Telegraph gave him 5 out of 10.
Really?
Yeah,
They did not. They did not.
And then they gave Cherry Evans 6 out of 10.
Wow. They know what they're
And
talking about.
who picked it?
Oh, the two
Buzz.
names I didn't know, the two blokes.
Yeah, there
Oh,
we go.
honestly, yeah.
There we go. What? You got a journalism degree, don't you?
I do.
I don't want to go too hard.
No,
at people with
mate, the
journalism
reason
degree.
I'm not a journalist is because I met sports journalists.
Man,
Yeah.
like, it's
Can
so
I say that on
frustrating.
here?
That is
I
so
just
frustrating.
I'm blacklisted from everything anyway. So.
But yeah, like Nath controlled the game. Oh, obviously, they left a lot of points out there. They should have probably had 40 or 50, but
Yeah, it looked
I
like-
still feel like he played pretty bloody well. Nath.
was running
very
heaps as
direct,
well.
straight. Yeah,
Him and Mitch running.
opportunities were around them
Moses,
both.
they were very good together. No way, is that Jimmy Maloney? It is Jimmy Maloney.
Thank
Get
you.
out, get out,
Freddie.
come on.
Don't make me do that
Oh,
again.
that voice. Listen to that.
Oh, that's gravel today. That is
So I've let the punters know.
Good, Jimmy. You know what we've done? We've done the show in reverse.
Yeah,
So all the boring
good.
club stuff we got out of the way.
And Professor was a bit rattled earlier, so,
So
just to be
rattled.
sensitive, you
So
know
rattled.
why.
So Latsy's doing this whole storyline where I'm rattled, and it's rattling me. To be honest,
right.
it's working well. So where we got to, Payne Haas. We've done it. Actually, this is ballsy statements. So the boys did theirs. Mine was 3-0 to New South Wales. Yours was
No, because he said Fitz is going to get sacked. So I said Laurie will win 3-0 and Fitz will take his job next year.
Yeah.
And then he said
right.
Toby to play Akai, sorry.
Are we calling 3-0 ballsy now after that performance?
No, it's
no,
more
every
he's going to
week
get. No, it's more he's going to get. Jimmy, it's more he's going to get sacked after 3, and then Fitz is going to take it after he gets sacked from the Sharks.
Yeah, right.
give us something origin. Give us something big and bold.
Podgy smuggler.
Mate, can we get Jimmy on the phone?
Big ballsy statement.
Well, just something bold like I don't know. They'll win by 50 in the next game. Just give us-
Queensland come back
That's bold.
win the series.
That is big and bold. That's as big and ballsy as
Mate,
it
you might as well
gets.
just walk straight back
It
out,
won't
James.
happen, but it's very ballsy.
Very ballsy.
No, I think we're in a very good position.
All right, let me put this away for a bit and let's just you three league nuffies just talk some origin.
Yeah. Oh, mate, can I just? How was the night, Jimmy?
Yeah, let's talk
Yeah, it
about
was
that.
good. I ran into Danger, my good mate Dane Nielsen.
No way.
Yeah,
Is that why your
so-
voice sounds like that?
Yeah, so yeah,
ask a question
it
about
turned into- Hey,
Can I ask a question about that?
Yeah.
How many drinks did he pay for?
Danger.
Yeah.
And I bet you're still wearing my
I
shirt. He
don't
stole
know.
off
I
me in
reckon.
05.
No, I reckon he bought me a few actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Few IOUs.
Yeah,
Huge.
but
He's a good time on the piss.
Great
yeah, no,
time.
it was a good night. Obviously, get up to. Well, I went to the Caxton for the first time ever. So
Oh, wow. How was that reception?
yeah, it was good. It was a bit of banter between the
It
Queenslanders
is
and
a
me.
zoo.
You went there before the game?
Yeah,
Have
so
you been?
I
that is
had an
wild.
Have you
event-
been when he
wild.
said,
Yeah.
oh my God.
It is
Yeah,
wild.
I had an event at the Arthur Beetson Hotel, but I ended up caught up with Kevy Proctor for an hour or so in the Caxton before, and mate, something that as a player you go up and play in Brisbane, but you never get to experience that, like in the Caxton, and so it was awesome to go about and see, what goes on around the atmosphere of Origin in Brisbane, and
Did you like the jerseys on the wall in the Caxton? Did you
No,
notice
he
that?
would have
do
been
you
out
know
the back
how
in the
many
car park.
Queenslanders
Oh,
pointed
mate.
to it? Ain't no road,
Well, because
mate.
it's funny as well because they've got them. 'Cause they go like they put them on spots of the wall where you shouldn't because they obviously didn't leave room, thinking there'd be that many in a row. So it starts like climbing and then going up on the side, and because I think they've got 13 up on the wall, don't they?
Yeah,
Or
I'm
is
not
it-
sure. I didn't really count them, but there was
Funny
there
that.
was some bloke had this. Well, I don't know if it was a Sam Thaiday wig and a fake like shield, and I was sitting there. I was going, mate, stop pretending you've got the shield. You don't even have it. It's in Sydney, mate. So
Nice.
yeah, no, it was a good night.
Highlight of the night?
Would
Is that
I-
a highlight of the night?
Yeah, what's your
Highlight
highlight?
of the night.
Other than the game, I'm talking extra
I just
quick
think being able to walk out of Suncorp Stadium after
Yeah.
a New South Wales win.
Yeah.
2 in a row.
That'd be
They're
mad.
very, they don't come that often. So, and I think the crowd in the stadium for a lot of the game, obviously, as the sides run out, it's one of the best atmospheres in the world. But throughout the course of the game, the crowd was pretty subdued because New South Wales were just dominant for pretty much the whole 80 minutes.
So what was the difference in the sides? Sitting back with your coaching analytical brain.
Do you
what-
remember the game?
Mate,
Serious
didn't-
question.
I didn't watch it, real closely, but no, but
I'm glad we waited for you to get
Oh,
in.
no, but
I knew,
mate,
bro, I can
think-
tell by his voice.
I think
Jimmy
I
Maloney.
think the scary thing is I think New South Wales can still play better.
Yeah, 100.
I think obviously the middle's dominated. They seem to do it easy, kicking them into good positions and that. But I think there's still a bit of scope for them to sort of feed a bit more early ball out to Latrell and Crichton and guys like that. And a couple of times I thought they rolled round to an edge and maybe should have gone one more down the short side to keep sort of dragging them across. So I just think there's more improvement still in New South Wales, and
Robbo was good, eh?
I find, mate, well, I don't think there was a bad.
Yeah.
Like if you look through New South Wales, there's probably
Not bad
no
playing
one
in the
that
field.
didn't play well. But I think, as I said, it's you're sort of scratching your head where Queensland will find their improvement.
Where do you sit on, like, DCE? Didn't come in for him. What about Munster?
Well, we were talking to a few of the Queensland, like they've always hung their hat on
and stick.
pick and stick. We're so loyal, but it's easy when you're loyal when you're winning. So it'd be interesting what they do going back to the drawing board.
I'm going to call another bold prediction, ballsy statement. Braden Trindle will be selected in the side for game 2 or 3 for Queensland.
Mate,
On the back of that, what you're
yeah.
saying.
Because Munster was very underwhelming. He missed 10 tackles as well last night. So they were sending some
Very
traffic at
quiet.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think they drop Munster.
I'm not saying a dropping, could be injury,
Yeah, I
could be
just don't
something.
think-
I think he needs to get
I
back
think-
on the drink. He's
I
way
think-
better when he's drinking. He's
Yeah,
off the
you're
drink at the
I
moment.
think if he has a bad game, he's too good a player to
And he's
to
earned
not,
plenty,
to
yeah.
not fix it up next game. So, but yeah, interesting. Obviously, Cherry Evans, probably the advantage he had with Cherry Evans over a Tommy Dearden or something was really his kicking game and all that, and he probably didn't kick as well as he would have hoped to. So
Munster actually did probably the better kicking of the two. He punched a couple deep into the corner. You probably don't remember this either, but
believe it or not, mate, I watched the game.
And then, I wrote a few stats down because that is what Jerry does. So the completions actually weren't too bad, like, because there was a lot of drop ball, but Queensland were at 78, we were at 83. We had 53% possession, they had 47, but they missed 50 tackles, we missed 19. And that was like the key difference. We're just so many blokes are making tackle breaks.
Yeah.
And just, I still don't feel there was like the level of fatigue that there normally is because of the drop balls and the frigging penalties.
Bit of penalties to stop and start the game. And
was that frustrating, like being present?
not when they're going to New South Wales, it wasn't a problem. But as I said, even like that, missed tackles, like that shows up in Origin. It doesn't always have to be a play. Sometimes it's just someone falling off a tackle. And, when you talk about feeding those centres where you've got Crichton and Latrell, mate, if you get them all 5 opportunities one-on-one with their centre, they only need to fall. One of them needs to be to tackle once, and that can turn into 6 points, So
what about the silky hands, Latrell?
That was crazy,
in the
mate.
air.
That was
Is
crazy.
yeah.
Is that
Nuts.
difficult to do?
Oh, yeah.
Nah.
But even the other one, where Crichton, where he got the ball, I don't even know what, it sort of banged over Hamasai.
Yeah, run over him, man. Once he got him by a bootlace.
He's massive. And Cam was saying he was 108 at one point, Stephen Crichton.
Fucking, was he?
Yeah, right.
Huge.
Wow.
He's just so big, strong and powerful. And we're talking about him defensively.
Yeah.
He's unbelievable.
Well, when they went down to 12 men,
Yeah.
and then you
Barely even
wouldn't have
noticed.
realised it,
Yeah.
right?
Barely even noticed.
He made extra tackles there.
So what did you think of that sin bin? League nerds, was it fair call? Should he have got 10 or?
Yeah, I think it's a fair call. I think it was professional foul, tackling him in the air, but I think there needs to be a bit of going back over that rule. I mean, you're trying to compete for the ball. Sometimes you just tackle a player like.
See where the ball's in and in goal.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
you've got to stop a try. So
Yeah, I think that's got to
it
be.
is what it is.
Yeah.
It's unlucky. It's probably one of those ones where they go, is it a penalty try or is it a professional foul sin bin? But there's not much. If you're Brian Doyle or
What else
you're
you
New
doing?
South Wales, you've got no. You're feeling towards Doyle. He stopped the try, did what he needed to do. There's obviously an advantage with the mark up there for an aerial ball with Xavier Cades. So
Off the back of that, do you want to get a bit controversial? Like, obviously, we've spoken about the amount of penalties, and I brought up how in the last couple of weeks you've spoken about a lot Origin, the beauty of Origin, and the best Origins when the referee puts the P away. And do you think they ruined the spectacle last night?
I don't think they ruined it. I think, the thing with Origin is normally when they sort of limit how much they officialise it, always the better team wins.
Yeah.
So long as that's happening, I think that still happened last night.
Yeah, okay.
Obviously you want it free-flowing footy and you want that, but at some point, like I think there was a few, obviously in the ruck and a few different things that sort of, there was a strip, the Barnett one that he challenged early and things like that you've got to make a decision on, don't you? Like it's either lost ball or
It was 3 in the first 5 minutes. Like that's, I can't remember the last time that ever would have happened.
Yeah.
And I just feel like it feels like we're talking about the referees a lot this year. I feel like they're.
I did like when he gave it to the trainer though.
Yeah. What did he do? Who was that? Farah's brother.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
he basically kicked the ball away for time wasting. So obviously Queensland, it was when Toto was off, right? And the ball was down the end of the field because there is vision of it. And he, to stop Queensland from getting the ball back, Cherry Evans or what it was at the scrum, he booted as far as he could away.
Good on him.
Yeah. So then the ref called him
He's
over.
normally a massive stiff as well, so good on Eddie Farah for doing that. If you're watching this, love you, Eddie. Used to be my trainer at South.
Do you want to give him a shout out?
Shout out Eddie Farah.
Perfect.
Real big fella.
What's the go with, what's Bellyache's involvement? Because it's pretty dope to have Supercoach Bellyache sitting behind you.
And Panisi is the football manager I saw.
So do you know what he's
Frankie was
actually
there
doing?
last year with
Oh, okay.
obviously with Madge? There's probably that connection when Madge was down in Melbourne. So Frankie's been in there. Frankie's a really good operator. I think Bellyache. I think he's just more a sounding board for Loz. Someone who's experienced, who's been around. I'm not 100% sure of the dynamics, but I think it's just someone there to bounce ideas off and. If he's got a question or he's wondering about something.
Did you get in the sheds after the game?
No, I had to go straight back up to the Alpha Beats and
Drink beers.
and continue
Yeah,
on
me in
the
danger.
function.
It's a bit of time has passed since you asked that question, but I just want to bring it back to the fact that you use the word dope, and I don't know if you're sitting there and dancing joggers.
I'm so conscious now because I've never had someone like Kai in my life who judges me.
Yeah.
And so now I'm trying to act young and hip.
You got the dopest kit.
What's dope? I say lit. Am I meant to?
No. Like I feel like we can say dope and lit, but you
What's the word I
can't.
say?
You just be
You can say say grand.
Guy's just selling
Grand?
James to be him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't be you.
Bro, if you can say things like grand or grandeur or lustrous.
I thought it was wonderful.
yeah.
Have you ever copped Zaddy? Sexy daddy?
No.
You give me sexy
That's funny,
daddy
Evan.
vibes.
That surprises me.
Zaddy's a thing?
Yeah.
Is it, Kai?
Zaddy.
Check everything with the 20-year-old now. So
I'm in my 20s.
With the dopest
are
kid
you
on.
really?
Yes.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Okay. Thought that was a joke. Okay. So, Origin, let's ask this. Let's flip it now. We're Queenslanders. All right? We kiss our sisters, all that stuff, right? How do you now, let's say we're Billy Slater, we're the brains trust now. So
Okay.
I'm Billy, you're JT, who else has he got in the
Friday.
coaching staff? Friday, Cameron Smith.
Yeah.
In there.
Matty Ballin.
How are you looking at that 80 minutes? Jimmy, I'm mainly asking you. What are the
Thanks.
It's about time you're coming to bed.
how do you beat that New South Wales side? What does Billy do? Where's
From what you
the
saw in
weaknesses?
Box last night.
Well, I think obviously their forwards have got to be like Queensland have got a strong forward pack. You know, I think Tino was probably a little bit quiet for a guy who's quite an aggressive style of footballer. But I think where New South Wales just seem to roll down the field and kick them into corners all night, like it makes it a big ask when you've got to go 100 metres every time you get the ball. So I think you've got to win that physical confrontation, and I think that's even probably in last year's series, that's where New South Wales have had it over them. They've won the physical collisions. And then there's still elements like I saw the amount of times that Queensland early on in tackles move the ball early in that to get New South Wales defensive line moving. But and I think that's a real Billy Slater thing because he understands that, if you're getting out of your end, you can't just go bang, bang, bang if you're not making headway. So, but I don't know where they go to. I don't know what their other options are to bring in.
So they're fucked.
And how good is it?
The stat man just when he brought up Tino and Carrigan, they're the only two who ran over 100. We had New South Wales had 5 forwards over 100, plus the 2 wingers were over 200.
So they should
So
be.
they just Yeah, well, that's Brian's go. But Lomax plays out of his skin.
That takes a big,
huge.
When you're talking about your middles, geez, it takes a workload off your middles where both of them are carrying you out of trouble and you don't have to get back as far.
And Xavier and Val, I feel like Val was quiet last night. Xavier was okay.
And I guess we missed, well, not we, I didn't play for him, but the 4 conversions.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we're looking at 6, what was the end result? 18-6? It should have actually been
28.
Yeah, a fair bit more. And he's normally pretty good. Did you teach Cleary how to kick off the tee?
I didn't. Not at all.
When he's missing. Well, anyway, the dog's back in studio. All right, hey, we, you know what, we've kind of run out of time. All that's left is Jimmy's Rumour or Trumour. Unless you've got a Jimmy's
He would
jokes.
have a good one from up there last night, I reckon.
Have you got one from last night? A Rumour or Trumour from Caxton or Queensland or
You know that thing you rang me up and told me about this morning? Tell him that.
I didn't call you this morning.
Oh, that's right. No, you didn't reply to anything yesterday. I noticed too. I went back through our message. I messaged you 4 times yesterday.
What did you say?
No worries, bro. Because
What did you say?
you?
Have your lovers just after this shit, eh? Let's get the Trumour out there.
You are coming
talk
off
off screen.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
After the game, Rumour or Trumour that when I was walking back to the Arthur Beetson Hotel under the stadium, I ran into Ben Eichen from afar, who's obviously head of Queensland Rugby League, and Rumour or Trumour that I called out, Ben, looking forward to seeing you pick and stick. Queensland, you are always rock solid.
Oh,
Wow.
who dis? Who dis?
Yeah.
Is he allowed to say who this? Kai? No, Kai, show you. He's
definitely
You're not
can't.
allowed to
I'm
say
38.
who
I can do what I want.
38.
Player.
Okay, that was Rugby League Journeyman for another week. You can find us at Rugby League Journeyman. Thank you, everybody that got involved. Kai, best on ground. Well done, mate.
Good on you, Kai.
No,
Let's
honestly.
do your multi. This is how we pay the bills. It's time for Maloney's multi.
Righto, this week's Maloney multi. We're going to the Cowboys-Tigers game. We're going the overs for points scored with Robert Darby and Jerome Buller to both be try scorers. And we're getting $6.75. Go to better, specials, go down and find the Journeyman. Remember, gamble responsibly.
I think Rugby League Journeyman, find us at Rugby League Journeyman. Hit us up if you want a live show. And let me know in Mudgee if I'm getting on stage or if I'm just... What a great video. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe. There is a like button down here. There's a subscribe button down here somewhere. Also, I think you can click down here and you can watch more videos of us. If you didn't like it, you can go f*** yourself.